Hey, this is Katrina, the owner of COSMarketing Agency, here with another video. Today, we're going to talk more about the Better Business Bureau, or BBB. We're going to talk about the accreditation process, how it also adds to your search engine recognition, and just things in general to know, online reputation related, pros and cons of doing this in the first place, and more. We are your total solution to digital marketing, and we are here to serve you. All right, and before we get started, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. When you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we make a post. We literally post short or long form content every single day. And that's tutorials, how-tos, strategy, pros, cons, information, the latest and greatest trends, things that you're not going to simply get online anywhere else in a lot of cases, or at least it's quite hard to find. We give a lot of insider information based on over a decade of experience. Alrighty, so the Better Business Bureau, or BBB, is one of the older companies in this country. They actually started out many years ago, back in the snake oil days. And yes, I mean literally back in the day when people would sell snake oil. And they sprouted up from that. They created the Better Business Bureau then as a way to shed light on companies that shouldn't be operating, and to prop up companies that are doing things the right way, ethically, and who have all of their, business information up to date as they should. So it's really interesting when I talk to the people at the Better Business Bureau, how it all got started and everything. I really like their story. But, how does that affect your business, right? So you're watching this or listening to this, and you're probably saying to yourself, hey, I'm a small business owner. I got to make sure that my investment is wisely spent, which does make sense, especially if you're in the first couple years of business, right? But think about what the Better Business Bureau represents. It represents trust and consistency. And yes, they will not work with you if your business is not a trusted, reputable company. It's not just enough to have the money. They don't need your money. They've been around for a long time. It is really about trust building with the community. But here's the thing, in 2025, a lot of things have changed with Google. Things are not as they used to be. So back in the day, it was enough just to have a lot of websites linking back to your site. It really didn't matter whether it was social media or something else, somebody else's blog, another business listing. The Better Business Bureau didn't matter as long as you had more sites linking back to your website. For the most part, you'd be top ranking. Well, things have changed quite a bit. It is now about how reputable those sites are that are linking to you and what their relationship with Google is like. Google no longer cares that you just have the more links connecting to your company than your competitors. They want trusted links and trusted information, which means partnering yourself with other sources that will provide that trust, that trust that Google is looking for. It's super important in 2025. So I would say, and the costs are going to vary too. The costs are going to vary depending on your area. I believe for us, and I could be wrong, I think it's like $500 for the year or something like that for the entire year. I mean, whatever it is in your area, more or less than that, I would say definitely pay for it, right? It pays for itself 10 times over. Not only are you building trust of your audience, but you're getting a very important business listing to Google. And it is no shock that after we did that, within less than a week, we saw an increase in search ranking, right? So, a lot of these things are not necessarily a direct point to sale. I open up a Better Business Bureau account, somebody's going to call me and say, hey, I saw you on the Better Business Bureau. They might. We've gotten leads directly from the Better Business Bureau, sure. But what that does is it gives Google essentially a double espresso shot. Right there, boom. And it pushes you ahead of the line compared to a lot of your competitors that are just thinking cheap. How could I do this cheap? They're not thinking about value. They're not thinking about showing trust of their audience. Stop thinking in that bottom feeder mindset. And I know that doesn't sound nice saying it, but a lot of you guys are thinking like bottom feeding fish right now. and you gotta stop. You gotta focus on what's best for your clients, what people want to see. Think about the things that you look for when you're making your own business decisions. Are you gonna work with somebody that has no reviews, that you go online and you Google them, you can't see anything about them? No, you're gonna be sketched out and you're gonna run for the hills. Why would anything be different with your business? Absolutely not. Trust is everything in building your audience. And now in Google, it is essential to rank online. I keep on telling you this. A lot of people aren't listening to me. Most of you are, and you're reaping the benefits. You're sending me a DM and you're saying, hey, I'm making a lot more money even from this free video. Absolutely, because you're listening to me, right? So do not take this lightly, right? So Better Business Accreditation, almost all of you should get it. You know, sure, if you're in the first couple months and you're struggling to pay your bills, I don't know why you'd start a business like that, but a lot of people do and are willing to take those risks. Fine, we're not talking about you. We're talking about established businesses, right, who, you know, maybe you're not rolling in the dough or you have $1 million in the bank, but you have consistent income coming in. Spend the extra money for the Better Business Bureau business listing, because that's what it is, and it builds trust. Google starts noticing you more and has trickle-down effects that lifts up all of your media that you're doing. And you do need to be doing regular SEO, regular content creation, right? When people are leaving you reviews, are you responding to them right away? These are, you know, all the things you need to think about and more. Online reputation is the name of the game. And there's really no con to this. It's all pro. The only con, and I mean the only con to a Better Business Bureau membership, is if you are absolutely flat broke and you spend the $400, $500, $600, whatever it is for the year, and you got nothing else left in your bank account. You can't afford to feed yourself. That's really the only situation where it doesn't make sense to have it. Now, if you are a service-based company, meaning you provide a valuable service, you go to people's homes and you visit them, this is exponentially more important. You will lose business by not having this. If you show up to people's houses and you expect to connect with them and build trust, not gonna happen, right? So these are just some of the many things to keep in mind. I also have other videos on the Better Business Bureau, online reputation, trust building, things like that with your audience. Lots of Google information, lots of search engine optimization information on our YouTube channel, which we talked about a little bit here as well. If you are ready to build your online presence, you want somebody, a team, an in-house team to work with you to help facilitate your marketing, keep us in mind. Contact us at 407-334-9378. Email is COSMarketingAgency@gmail.com. And the website is COSMarketingAgency@gmail.com. Thank you so much. And once again, I am Katrina, the proud owner of COS Marketing Agency. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.